Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Voice of Crypto's daily news session where we talk about all things crypto, blockchain, and Web3. And today is going to be our weekend session where we will take a deep look and we will be deep diving into the price action of some of the top altcoins as well as Bitcoin price action. So stick around, and by the end of this session, we will also be taking a look at why the Bitcoin price is muted or hasn't been as volatile post the ETF approval. But before that, I have a quick few announcements for anyone who's joining. The first one being that we at Voice of Crypto have kicked off this 1,000 US dollar weekly, 1,000 US dollar giveaway for our Web3 communities. We are going to be giving away from the prize pool of 1,000 US dollar on the occasion of Voice of Crypto completing 2 full years in this space, and on our second anniversary slash birthday, we've decided to give back to our communities, our lovely communities. And on the occasion of that, we're also spearheading this amazing award function where we're acknowledging some of the top voices in the crypto Web3 space. So make sure that you vote for your favorite creators, influencers, founders, VCs. And as well, doing that, you make yourself some quick bucks uh, by following the Gleam link that we have dropped in the comment section. Make sure that you go ahead, follow the Gleam link, and follow all the instructions given out there so that you can be a part of this amazing 1,000 US dollar giveaway that we've kicked off very recently. And it's not too late. We will be continuing this for another couple of weeks before we wrap it up. So don't be late, and yeah, fill in those forms and do the couple of steps that are mentioned there. You're all set to go with the 1,000 US dollar giveaway. That said, we will now be taking a quick look at the crypto market. There's definitely a dip in the global crypto market cap. It is down by 1.43% in the last one day. It's currently at the 1.95 trillion US dollar mark. We already know that the global crypto market sort of was able to test the 1.98 trillion US dollar mark, but at the moment it has slumped a little bit. Trade volumes have been definitely severely affected as Bitcoin fell below the 51K US dollar mark. And we can see that the market is a lot more cautious now. And there's close to a 15% drop in volumes. Until yesterday, we saw the volumes were above the 80 billion US dollar mark, and currently they've maintained above the 65 billion US dollar mark, which isn't bad if we look at the large narrative. But this does show that investors, traders in the market are a lot more cautious at this moment. DeFi volumes, on the other hand, made 7% of the total market's 24-hour volume, while stable coins made around 91% of the total market's 24-hour volume. Bitcoin dominance held at 51%, a little above 51%, and there was a slight rise in Bitcoin dominance in the last one day or so. Currently, we can see that Bitcoin is maintaining above the or close to the 51K US dollar mark, but we can see that it has dropped below the 51K US dollar mark, and it's trying to hold the 50K psychological resistance. Of course, the 50.5K support will be a crucial support for BTC's price trajectory or price track going forward. Bitcoin at the moment on a weekly is also down by 2.5%. But the next target for Bitcoin, as per a lot of analysts, and this is something that I believe too, would be the 57K US dollar mark. While the 51.5 support level needed to play out for Bitcoin to achieve the higher bounds, at the moment we can see that it hasn't really played out that well. In fact, BTC price slumped below the 51K US dollar mark. And currently it is below the 51K and is at 50.9 thousand US dollar mark. Ethereum again has slumped on the daily perspective by almost 2%. However, Ethereum is still managing to make the 3% or keep up the 3% gains on the weekly time frame. BNB, on the other hand, dropped by 1.9, close to 2% on the daily. Over 3% gains are still maintained on the weekly. Solana is seemingly all set to test the 100 US dollar support resistance mark. And I think this would be a great buying opportunity for Solana. Solana below 100 at this moment can play out well in the long term. XRP is also down on the daily as well as on the weekly. So is Cardano, Avalanche. Cardano down by 3 and 3 on the daily and weekly. Uh, AVAX down by close to 3 on the daily, almost 11 on the weekly. Tron down by almost 1% on the daily, and it's managing to keep up the 4% gains on the weekly price point. Dogecoin is down by 1 point, close to 2% on the daily. Same goes for Chainlink. We can see that most of the cryptocurrencies on daily time frame are down by they're not down a lot, but quite a few cryptocurrencies have noted a bit of slump in their price action. While this retracement can play well for short term traders, it's a great buying opportunity, of course. And analysts are expecting a more bullish momentum going forward amid the Bitcoin halving merely 2 months away or 60 days away. We can expect bullish waves to hit the market soon. But at the moment, we can see that quite a few altcoins are presenting some great buying opportunities. In terms of the gainers, despite the larger market noticing a bit of pullback, we can see that there are quite a few gainers on the daily as well as the weekly time frame. We have Sia Coin, Flare, Woo Networks, Woo Token, Render, Singularity Nets, Ajax Token. We have Nets, STRK Token, and Filecoin, of course, as well as Flow, Axelar, Mantle, and Hedera. So quite a few coins gaining momentum as well, even though the larger market seems to be in quite a bit of a pullback. On a week on week perspective, we can also see quite a few gainers: Singularity, WorldCoins, WLD token, Sia coin. We have Fetch.ai's FET token. And in fact, throughout the last week, AI tokens have managed to pull off an amazing rally, which was largely propagated or was led by WorldCoin token. And Fetch AI managed to do well um, amid this AI token rallying phase. But all in all, at the moment, AI tokens are have lost the sort of rally that they had. An interesting look at this point would be taking a look at some of the top losers in terms of daily price action as well as weekly price action. That does allow for a great entry into these coins. In fact, we can see Helium, Manta for long term holding can be a great asset. And we have Celsius's TIA token again. TIA has been one of the top gainers of the last month. All of these coins were gaining pretty well in the last few weeks, but at the moment, we can see that. They're noting a bit of pullback, which can largely be due to the larger market blues. On a week on week perspective, again, Say Network, Say token is down. There's Thorchain's Rune, Starknet, Ordi, Helium, Arbitum, Sats. So all of these coins are down on a weekly time frame. So it'll be interesting to see whether they are testing their long term or mid short term support, and whether there's a certain buy zone that these coins have entered wherein we can make a good purchase for these alts, because as Bitcoin price stabilizes above key resistance levels, and once BTC price aces the 55K and the 57K US dollar mark, we can definitely expect altcoins to rally in the short term, and these altcoins who've retraced in terms of value can be a great can play out well in terms of their mid short term trajectory. So that's all in terms of our analysis for the day. We will now be taking a quick look at some of the top news of today. And um, if you haven't already checked out Voice of Crypto's social media platforms, make sure that you're a part of our budding social media communities. We have left the link to our Voice of Crypto announcement channel that's on Telegram in the comments section. Make sure that you check it out. It is we always put the alpha from the Web3 crypto blockchain space, and we managed to get our Web3 updates quickest on our Telegram channel on our Telegram channel, that is VOC announcement group. So make sure that you're joining it in case you haven't already. We've left a link for the same in the comments section. In terms of the big news of today, well, the former US President Donald Trump, who manages to make quite a bit of who manages to make it to the news cycle every now and then, specifically if it comes down to crypto. So the former US president has had previously said that he was not a fan of cryptocurrencies, and called CBDCs dangerous, vowing not to allow them if elected. Uh, but Trump is now saying that Bitcoin has taken a life of its own, while and will probably need some regulation. When asked about Bitcoin before the South Carolina primary, Donald Trump said that I can live with it. But it also indicates that his stance is softening, and from 2019 to now, back in 2019 when he said that he's not a fan of cryptocurrencies, to now, of course, he has had a softening stance towards cryptocurrencies. In another news, a Texas blockchain council and right platforms sue the Department of Energy over emergency survey. And the news goes like this, that the Texas Blockchain Council and the right platforms have now sued the US Department of Energy for demanding information without giving respondents sufficient notice. If the court, they said that if the court does not intervene, the companies will immediately and irreparably be harmed. Um, in another news, Pancake Swap plans affiliates for expansions, and this is one move that can immensely benefit Cake holders. Cake token holders are set to benefit from the success of the affiliate folks, as they will receive the native DEX tokens from affiliates if things go as per the plan. These were some of the top news from the crypto, blockchain, and Web3 sector. In another news, of course, which is not from the crypto section, but from the larger finance sector, is that Reddit has finally disclosed Bitcoin and Ether holdings in an IPO filing. And this plays out well for Bitcoin Ether prices long term narrative, as Reddit definitely holds a lot of BTC and Ether in their portfolios. So all in all, a great time to be in the market, despite the bearish blues that we're currently seeing in the market on the short term. That said, this is all for today's session. We will be seeing you on Monday with fresh updates from the crypto, blockchain, and Web3 market. Until then, stay crypto curious and keep following Voice of Crypto. Bye bye.